Now, since the US-led bombing campaign against Islamic State started last August, Washington has spent more than $2.7 billion. But despite the figure and an estimated 10,000 terrorists being killed, America's intelligence agencies admit the jihadist group is not being weakened. Not long ago, President Barack Obama was bullish about the bombing campaign's effectiveness.
Our coalition is on the offensive. ISIL is on the defensive, and ISIL is going to lose.
Well, to discuss this more, I'm now joined live by Mauro, a national security analyst for the Clarion project. That's a news website focusing on extremism. Thank you very much for joining us. We just heard from Barack Obama then. Do you think the president's optimism was misplaced?
Well, at the time, the Islamic State was being pushed back. But yes, it was misplaced in terms of the strategy that we were fighting and currently continue to fight against ISIS, because you are continuing to see them grow. They have a major opportunity now in Afghanistan with the death of Mullah Omar, and they are gaining strength numerically.
Recently, we spoke to the Iraqi defense minister, who's been speaking to RT. Let's take a listen at what was said.
There are almost 90 different nationalities among Islamic State terrorists in Iraq. This is significant.
90 different nationalities. That's a huge claim. Why is it you think that ISIL does appear to have such broad appeal at the moment?
The Islamic State is the product. It's the product of a radical Islamic ideology, and there is a high level of approval for things like resurrecting the caliphate, waging violent jihad, implementing Sharia governance. And so ISIS has a lot of supporters that they can pull from. As a group, they may be only a minority, but the broader concepts that created ISIS, that is popular around the globe.
Well, estimates are saying that since the coalition started its bombing campaign, 10,000 terrorists have been killed during the campaign. That's a huge figure. How come that hasn't successfully dented the group's progress or their size?
Well, you have to divide it by a monthly tally. So if you divide it, depending on which numbers you go by, you get a kill rate of about 850 to about 1,200 members of the Islamic State per month being killed. But the reason that's not making an impact is because if you look at the flow of foreign fighters and the estimates of that, people going to join ISIS from around the world, it's almost the same amount. So at best, we are breaking even, and those numbers don't even include the Islamic State's recruiting within places like Iraq, Syria, Egypt, and elsewhere.
A top US Army official has said that the fight against Islamic State will take 10 to 20 years. Is that a figure? Is that a time period that you recognise?
Yes, if we're not able to combat the ideology that creates the Islamic State, then that is what we're looking at. Because even though the Islamic State is only supported by a minority in the Arab world, if you look at what those statistics mean, you're looking at about 22 million people that say that they have a positive opinion of ISIS in the Middle East. If you include those that have a partially positive opinion of ISIS, that grows to about 42 million. So you don't need to have much support in order to have huge numbers.
So you're saying we need to battle the ideology, not the military here?
We need to do both, absolutely.
OK, Mauro, thank you very much for your time. That's Mauro, National Security Analyst for the Clarion project. Thank you very much for talking to us.
Thank you.